Dreams of Montmartre. Julien was an artist. He lived in Paris. His heart soared with dreams. He yearned for recognition. Montmartre was his home. The cafes buzzed with life. He sketched faces in the crowd. His pockets were often empty, but his spirit remained hopeful. The Atelier of Secrets. One cold morning, Julien found a studio. It was hidden away, tucked between two ancient buildings, almost as if it were a secret waiting to be discovered. Covered in dust and cobwebs, the studio seemed untouched for decades. The air was thick with the scent of old wood and forgotten memories. The air was heavy with time, and the morning light filtered through the dusty windows, casting long shadows across the room. He stepped inside, curiosity piqued. Each step echoed softly, as if the room itself was whispering secrets from the past. An old journal lay on a dusty table, its presence almost commanding attention amidst the clutter. Its leather cover was cracked, worn by time and use, hinting at the countless stories it held within. He opened it, his fingers trembling with anticipation. The pages were delicate, almost brittle, as if they might crumble at any moment. The words inside were faded with age, written in a careful, elegant hand that spoke of a different era. But he could still read them, piecing together the fragments of a story long forgotten, a tale of passion, art, and mystery. A brushstroke of darkness. The journal told a story, a painter desperate for fame. He made a pact with a dark entity, his soul for eternal recognition. His paintings became masterpieces, his name echoed through the ages. But his eyes held a terrible secret. The price of his ambition was clear. His soul was forever forfeit. Whispers of temptation. Julien's head spun. The city of Paris, with its enchanting lights and mysterious shadows, seemed to whisper secrets to him. He felt a pull, an irresistible force drawing him into a world he barely understood. Was it real, or a figment? The lines between reality and imagination blurred. Every reflection, every shadow seemed to hold a hidden meaning. He questioned his sanity, wondering if the whispers were a product of his mind or something more profound. The pact offered him everything. A mysterious journal had appeared, promising unparalleled artistic prowess. It spoke of a deal, a contract that could elevate him to heights he had only dreamed of. But the terms were vague, shrouded in ambiguity. He could be the artist he dreamed of, but at what cost? The journal hinted at sacrifices, at a price that was not immediately clear. As he painted, he felt a surge of energy, a newfound passion. His work began to attract attention, drawing admirers and critics alike. He couldn't shake off the journal's words. He started to change. His brushstrokes became bolder, his colors more vibrant, his work drew attention. Success came quickly, but it felt hollow. The more he achieved, the more he felt a growing emptiness inside. The whispers grew louder, reminding him of the pact, of the unknown cost he had yet to pay. A true palette. In the heart of Paris, where the streets are lined with art and the air is filled with creativity, there lived an artist named Julien. His work was renowned, but it carried a darkness that few could understand. Claire was an artist too. She painted with a passion that was evident in every stroke of her brush. Her studio was a sanctuary of light and color, a stark contrast to Julien's somber creations. Her spirit was pure, her heart kind. She saw Julien's struggle, the turmoil that lay beneath his talent. She often watched him from afar, her eyes filled with empathy and understanding. She recognized the darkness in his work. The shadows that seemed to consume his canvases were a reflection of his inner battles. Claire knew that art should be an expression of the soul, not a manifestation of despair. "Don't lose yourself," she urged him one day, her voice gentle yet firm. "True art comes from the heart, not a deal. Let your soul guide your brush, not the darkness that haunts you." Her words lingered in the air, a beacon of hope in Julien's stormy world. He pondered her advice, feeling a spark of something he hadn't felt in a long time: hope. Her words struck a chord. Julien found himself reflecting on his journey, the choices he had made, and the art he had created. He realized that his work had become a prison, trapping his true self behind layers of paint. Julien looked at his paintings. Each one seemed to echo the emptiness he felt inside. They were technically brilliant, but they lacked the warmth and emotion that true art should convey. They felt cold and empty. The realization hit him hard. He had been painting not from his heart, but from a place of darkness and obligation. His art had lost its soul. He knew what he had to do. He ripped the journal. The pact was broken. With each tear, he felt a weight lifting off his shoulders. The chains that had bound his creativity were finally breaking. His soul was his own. For the first time in years, Julien felt free. He picked up his brush, ready to paint not from a place of darkness but from the depths of his heart, a true palette at last.